Have you ever been in trouble and you just needed help to get out of that trouble? Well, here in the sands of Gaza, I want to read Psalms 84, verse 9. Behold, O Lord, God our shield, and I want to look upon the face of your anointed. You come to my rescue. I mean, it's like there seems to be a need for more checks and balances on the International Red Cross or international organizations, the UN, all these UN schools. And I see in there, I found myself all these weapons, all these tunnels in a UN school, in UN facility. I found that myself. We dealt with some of this stuff ourselves. How is it possible? Do there need to be more checks and balances on? Now, there's international funding. I get that that's happening a lot. Even that is not going through proper checks and balances. Everything is like almost being handheld by the Hamas, and they're stealing the food, and it's shocking. It's shocking to see even a freelance journalist taking a selfie while being kissed by the mastermind of October 7th massacre of innocents, Yahya Sinwar. And you know, how is this allowed? How is this that Gaza is under Hamas's rule and these international organizations are like just going with the terrorists in many ways? I just think there needs to be more checks and balances on this stuff. People are funding this. Countries are funding this. I saw funding from Japan. I saw funding from Indonesia, from Malaysia. And what would they think if they knew where their funding is going, how the food is being stolen? There's a UN school teacher in one of these UNRWA, United Nations Refugee Watch Agency, and he's there just, you know, he's not stopping, he's not reporting on the food getting stolen and the hoarding or the tunnel building, all the dirt going in and out of these buildings, all of the, why aren't they reporting it? Why aren't they telling us, hey, Switzerland, you've given us this money. Hey, United States, taxpayers have given this money and it's not going to the right place. And now you have places like South Africa with a libelous accusation against Israel saying, we are bad, and saying, I mean, they went through a lot of apartheid, and you have the ANC arise and Mandela arise, and you have all this, and so you can't just copy paste what they had. You know, they went through hard things and say suddenly we are doing a genocide in Israel. This tank is doing a genocide. That's not what this tank is here for. It's part of the defense force, to defend ourselves, to have a free Jewish state without our people getting massacred, raped, killed, burned alive. And I just think that they need to check what they're saying before they go down a very dangerously wrong path of libel, which is just not true. And I love South Africa. I love South Africans. And I just think we need to be careful what we do and how we act as internationals. More tunnels and more tunnels, weapons, instruments of evil that are here to kill the innocent people right here in the Blue Beach Hotel. And I have to personally go and dismantle this and destroy it. What a tragedy. What a tragedy. This Blue Beach Hotel could have been something so amazing. When I stood there and I said, this place could be a paradise. But the Hamas terrorists exploited the hotel as a shelter where they planned and executed attacks and shot at troops and had AK-47 assault rifles, explosives, and drones. And its infrastructure of their regime, which has to be dismantled. During the course of the combat, dozens of Hamas terrorists entrenched in the hotel fired anti-tank missiles at IDF forces, who returned the fire. During the forces' operations in the hotel area, soldiers encountered and eliminated terrorists, all kinds of terrorists, and we will continue to destroy this infrastructure and be strong and courageous in this time as rockets continue to be fired on Tel Aviv, on major cities in Israel, on Kiryat Shmona, in the Galilee, all over Israel. How do they still have so many terrorists underground? We must remove this threat together with your help, with your prayers. Thank you for standing with us. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you very much for the helmet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.